Welcome to my channel.
Perfect religious wife is having an affair. I left on the spot after her confession. Now she guilt-tripping me and threatening with self-deletion. Need help. Sorry for any mistakes in my writing, as I am not well educated and also English is not my language. Me 33 and my wife 28 have been married for 6 years. Usually people say they have ups and downs in marriage, but I thought we didn't have downs in my marriage. Because she always ahead in everything, always wake up exact time in the morning, do her duties, cooking, going jobs and so on. Always advise me what to do. I always seek advice from her. I have not completed my education properly and working in job that pays good to run a life without debt but not a great pay. She on the other hand has income of 10 times better than me as she is working in IT firm. A little background before we met. I was doing automobile business and lost all the money and my home and cars and then girlfriend due to my ex-friends who betrayed me and ran away with money. That's the different story. After that I left my home and was staying in different state and lost my hope for the life. Then friend of mine introduced poker. I learned about the game and even though first 3 months I lost a lot, then I became very good and won some decent money and was doing pretty well. I still proudly say I have no bad habits, never drink or never smoke. Life was going good. I forgot the betrayal and basically was thinking that karma will take its course in them and started to heal. I regularly go to particular church every Sunday. Then one day a beautiful girl approached me and asked me where I'm from as I didn't speak their state language. I was surprised because 1. I usually don't speak to locals easily and I'm an introvert. 2. She was so beautiful and I never seen her, but she seems to know about me. Anyway, I told I'm from different state and some info, not my personal life. She told me that she was observing me quiet some time, and was really amazed how I'm focused in praying and in mass. God was the only hope for me to keep going, so in that time I gave myself to God. She seems to observe that as she was in the choir team, and I was always in the front row. We started talking every Sunday after church. I was carefree and I don't have to worry about anything, was doing good in poker. After knowing her for 6 Sunday talks, she invited me for a lunch in her house and asked for my number. I was little excited and scared at the same time. I was outsider and she was way above my league. Nad was perfect in any sense. I went to her house and it was great lunch and her family was great. Especially her dad, who is an honest, simple man. He asked me what I was doing here and explained little version of myself. They felt little uncomfortable, because I'm just doing poker, which is not a career or going anywhere in life. But I was honest and told them that at least I'm not hurt anymore and going with the flow of life. After lunch she told me she wanted to go someplace with me and my bike. I was surprised her parents allowed, as we are from very traditional country. Even though that state is full of foreign people, still it's conservative country when it's come to dating. We roamed in bike for 1.5 years and after that she asked some personal detail, because at this age I was not still married and being loner. I felt real friendship and opened up fully myself. Still I was feeling that she is friendly with me like others and try to help. Because on those 6 of knowing her she pretty know everyone in the circle and help so many ways, both religious and friendship wise. After 2 hours of talking, almost 6 o'clock in the evening, she asked me what was future plan and I ever intend to marry someone on the future. I told her no, because I was already almost 27 and not really have hope in relationship anymore. But she assured me it was not big deal, and convinced me to live a life with goals and ambitions. I argued with her that was not for me, but she insists she is never wrong. I'm not going to bore you with all other romantic life of ours. It was not much. We started talking regularly, developed feeling for each other and got married after 8 months of dating, knowing. We never had time in the 8 months, never hugged 2 times, kissed, that's all. It was no big deal, as I already mentioned we are from conservative background. Marriage happened, both family was happy. My mom was really happy, because she thought I would never get married. My father died few years ago. It was great. First night was great. We both were shy and excited. I had passed time relationship, but what surprised me was she was still virgin even at the age 23. When I asked her how and why, she told me she was waiting for the right partner. Hearing those words from her made me stand top of the mountain. The honeymoon period was good and great. We had AITA at least 2 times time per day. Even though I want a little more, I never asked or forced her. Even though I know most of thing about time, I was not ready to pressure my time desire on her or ask her. In my eyes she was angel, and I didn't want to upset her even with my single word or act. Life was good. I stopped playing poker for a while. I had bunch of money and I was newlywed, that's why. The problem started after 3 months of marriage. I came to know there was tournament with good prize pool and I really wanted to play. So I informed her that I will be playing that tournament, and that's when the first bomb dropped on my lap. She wanted me to quit playing poker and get a job, any job but not poker. I was a little confused and asked her what she meant. She told me poker is a not way of earning money, it's gambling and it's not hard-earned money. I agreed with her in some points and explained myself about game also, but she succeeded by giving ultimatum, either poker or her. Of course I chose her. Even though poker was not my dream, it was somewhat my passion and medicine. After that I found a job in a trading company and have been working ever since there. It's not even big company, but I'm not that same state guy and not educated, so I got that jobs only. My wife on the other hand has got promoted and have doing great in her field. But never dominated me or shoved her success in me. But we don't have children even though we have regula's time. I have checked and confirmed I'm healthy to reproduce. But I scared to bring that topic to her, because few months back she told me she will rather die than living without children. Soden brought that topic. I never went to her company celebrations. One time she even mentioned me that I won't like that events. Now come to current situation. I wanted to watch Witcher for long but had never had a time, but last Sunday I was free and wanted to watch. I asked her whether she wanted to watch, which replied she just wanted to take rest. I said okay and started Netflix, and it was great, but so many time since I tried avoid and forward most of the time, but she was laying on the sofa and made a command that she understood why I want to see these series so much. I asked her what she meant. She said you know already and left to bedroom. I was confused and paused it and went to talk to her, and she was crying and apologized to her, told her I didn't know it has nude senses of this much and told her we'll never look again that. But I didn't know there was going to drop on head. She told me she wanted to tell something to me, and that she is sorry and listened to her. I was little confused and scared because the wife I know will never do anything wrong or stupid. I told her it's okay and tell me anything, not knowing I'm going to hear about infidelity of wife. She told me she is having an affair with her boss for few months and don't know how to tell me. She realized I was so faithful and loyal to her, doing everything for her, even though first time it happened was an accident. She continued because he always sweet talked, guilt tripped her and begged for the love. When I hear those, there was a heavy sound on my left ear. I almost fainted and was not able to move my legs for 2 minutes. She told me when I see some women on TV lustfully, that's when she realizes how much she is betraying me. She can't bear her husband looking some acted nude girl, but ducking her boss was okay. I was not even that lustful. I was surprised and taken back by that senses, but not into it deeply. I didn't know what to, but because I never prepared slightly to that nuclear bomb. I got up, took my mobile and wallet, and started walking. She was crying loudly, asking where I was going. Just sit and talk to me and anything is forgivable, and give her a chance to explain. That's when I lost it. I asked, you want to forgive for her ducking affair? I lost drop respect when you said this, and walked out of the house. She ran behind my back and I shouted and ran away. She might embarrassed by the neighbors seeing us. She didn't follow me afterwards. May she went to take a car or I don't know. Anyway, I was walking for almost 3 hours. Then I realized I'm broken and had to something or else I'll die by walking. I went to nearby ticket booking office, booked a ticket and reached my state and my home. My mom asked me what I was doing here. Suddenly I told her I'm done with this life. I told I needed some sleep and will talk to her in the morning. She was confused and said okay. My brother asked me what I was doing here and asked where is my wife. It's his house, he bought it. But before that we were renting that house for a long time. That's why I always felt it's our home. Even though he asked me kindly, I realizes it's not my home and told him I'll be gone in few hours. I have talked with mom and told her that we are divorcing and not to ask anything and left. She was confused, asked me to tell properly, but I told her again I'm done with this life. I left home and staying in hotel and contacted lawyers. He is known friend of mine and referred to divorce lawyer, and she told me to wait, as it will take because the other spouse in other but will granted divorced. Now current situation with my ex-angel ex-wife. I don't use Facebook or any social media. I blocked her number in my phone. I don't know how many times she tried. She have no idea I'm in my state, because she still hasn't called my mom. But in SMS text she was explaining how devastated she is. Telling me to come home and talk straight. How she accepted my past dark things and see only good things in me but not me doing the same. How I took a vow to be with her forever but just ran in a bad time like that. It was long SMS. I don't know what to think about it. She is telling me in her last few MSGs that she thought I was good partner but now realize I'm her soulmate and can't live without me. How her thought of betrayal and guilt is killing me. She tried to end herself but stopped when thinking about me etc. After that I didn't read remaining. If I keep reading I would change my mind to contact her or even to know her story. So I deleted all MSGs without reading because if keep it I may read it and weaken myself. It true she has many great and good qualities but cheating destroyed everything of her. I'm posting here because I'm an introvert and basically has no friends. I don't usually be friends with anybody due to past trauma of friendships betrayal. Just wanted to vent and hear some kind words. Will post after some about divorce. Thank you. Please forgive me for my English and grammatical error. Thank you. Update. Religious perfect wife is having an affair. Thank you so much for everyone who supported me and send me kind words. Sorry I was not able to respond cause I was in a dark place and didn't know what to do. Still not sure about what to do but I just want to post it here. Wife did inform to HR and resign the job and informed her parents and was trying to contact me. I didn't know any of this till day before yesterday. I just went no contact and was in yoga ashram to clear my head and heart. But when I came back home to mom she informed me that wife is in the hospital for 3 days for attempting self-harm. Due to pills overdose. Mom tried to reach me but I switched off my mobile so I didn't know what to do so but really didn't want her to die or at least to clear whether it was drama or not. Took a next flight, reached the hospital by her father's help. There she was still not came to her senses fully. Was in bad shape. Doctors were saying they were trying their best. Her parents informed me that she wrote a letter to me and gave it to me. The letter was 4-page but it basically says, she is sorry for the affair, now she realized the mistake she made, now she can't live with me guilt, and can't without me also. She was thinking what to do but didn't come to any conclusion because the marriage is permanently damaged, so it's the best to end herself. At the last line, it's mentioned she is responsible for her deletion, nobody else. I didn't know what to do. She was not still conscious. Their parents didn't anything other than not to leave them at this time. After that for a long day. She came to conscious at night but we are told not to disturb her. So we waited and there was one couple from the beginning was waiting with us. Turns out it was the boss of my wife who cheated on me along with his wife. After wife's attempt. Police got involved due to father-in-law and they were questioned. I don't know what to say. I was angry at the same time. I know if I do anything I will be in jail. So I just silently waited with anger burning inside to burst at any time. Yesterday doctor said, she is okay but had to recover fully but it will take at least a month for full recovery. She got yesterday evening and we are in her parents' place right now. She asked for me and wanted to talk to me after she knew I'm here, but I told her. We can talk once we reached her parents' home. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll update you after had a talk with wife. Thank you. Redditors reactions. Redditor 1. Even in your cheating wife's reaction to your discovery of her betrayal she chose the most selfish and cowardly way. She never even considered the harm her attempt to end things would cause those people who love her. Redditor 2. What did the boss have to say for himself? Did his wife know? How did he find out about her suicide attempt? Redditor 3. I hope you won't fall into this trap. Think about your mental health. Take care. Redditor 4. Buddy, leave her. Don't listen to people who ask you to take her back. I am from India. We have a very conservative culture and anything like this happens to men. The first question I will ask myself 3 questions. Question 1. You loved her, you never cheated and never even thought of cheating. If she loved you, how can she cheat for months? One time can be a mistake, how cheating for months could be mistake. She thought you have a past, so you will not dare to leave her so she can enjoy her life and experience other man. And if you remember, she wrote the same thing in her message. She thought you have no place to go, so you will silently take her back. Question 2. If you stay in the marriage, will you have the same respect for her? Will you have self-respect left, and will the people who know respect you the same way, knowing that your wife slept around with other man but you still took him back? Question 3. Will you be able to touch her again knowing she slept with other man and another man used her for his pleasure? Redditor 5. Wishing you both recovery and healing, whether separate or together. Redditor 6. Wow man, I feel bad for her a little, but this is way too much drama. You need to get out of this situation for your own sanity. The AP was at the hospital? How did he find out? The complete disrespect. Good job on not getting in trouble. The reality is that she chose to destroy both of your home. Let her live with it and you go be happy. You didn't do anything wrong, and for her to pile on more nonsense to her behavior is selfish. The marriage was over the moment she decided to give in to the other man. Good luck and sorry you had to experience this. Redditor 7. Go ahead with the divorce. This just shows how cowardly, childish and spoiled that woman is. Since he couldn't have the cake and eat it, he opted for the easy. Don't stay there. If she dies, they will resent you. Stay away from all of them. What is happening is not your problem. She's going to get out of it, and they're going to manipulate you into staying. No friendship, no nothing. Blow away the whole thing and disappear. You have to think about yourself and your recovery. Go to the gym and lift weights, go camping. Redditor 8, here are articles concerning what has happened. And notice that these things are extremely common. They happen without intention and without even realizing it had happened. Emotional affairs are so confusing, we all end up thinking it has to this or it has to be that. We use our feelings to try understanding it all, and get wrong every time. In fact, infidelity is not what we assume it to be. Try having an open mind. There is much information online if you search for it. Excerpt from the article: not all, but probably a majority of unfaithful partners set out on the emotional slippery slope without any awareness of how friendships morph into emotional and sexual affairs. There might be some chemistry, or some liking, but it's rarely love at first sight or fatal attraction. Where do they start? They start in places where interactions happen often. As Schaefer points out in the like switch, familiarity is a major element of the like equation, and emotional affairs are likely to start in places that breed familiarity and continuity of interaction. If you are guessing at work, you are right. Writes Glass. Of course, the workplace, with its daily interactions and increased female participation, has been the main driver of the increase in infidelity in the last decades. Indeed, 82% of all the unfaithful partner Glass treated in her career began as friends. Shirley Glass, 2004. Good luck. Redditor 9. The moment she realized she messed up, I think she felt like there was no way that she can get back with you if you knew divorce was the only option, so she felt like it was best for her to end her life in the worst way possible. I think the two of you both need to take some time for yourselves and just recuperate, gather your thoughts and ask yourself this question: can this marriage really survive everything that's been through? Your wife tried to commit suicide and you're in limbo with whether or not to leave her or to stay in the marriage. My honest belief is take some time to breathe, but if she's already came out to her parents, resigned from her job and maybe even came clean to his wife, I think at the very least try some form of individual therapy for yourself and for her, and then maybe marriage counseling if you're up to, at least completely up to you at this point. Redditor 10. You need to give more content into your relationship, but I hope you exposed her boss to his wife. Her action of self-harm reveals some psychological issues she needs help dealing with. It also displays a sense of extreme remorse and despair for her actions. Basically, being overwhelmed with the gravity of the situation and the guilt and regret she feels, along with not seeing a way through the mess that leads to any kind of positive outcome for you and her family. There are very few times I feel reconciliation is possible because either the cheating partner isn't willing to change, or the op cannot get past the betrayal. That falls solidly on your shoulders as to whether you can get past the betrayal and move forward with her. No judgment here no matter which way you go. One thing that needs to happen immediately is her AP needs to be exposed to his wife and a restraining order needs to be taken out on him to keep him away from her legally. Especially after him showing up at the hospital. That was very low class.
Thank you for watching. Comment what do you think about this situation. Don't forget to like and subscribe.